Hey everybody, welcome back to another video. Tonight is a box break, a rare box break. Anyone can break Topps Heritage, Panini Chronicles. I've seen some Topps Fire recently or some other crazy 2019 fresh issue. But I want to rip something old, something ultra rare, something with long lasting value. That's what I want to do. Instead, we're going to do the 1992 Fleer Ultra box break. Yes, we're going back in time, 27 years, kicking it old school. In this box, there are 36 packs and 15 cards per pack for a total of 540 cards. And considering there's only 300 cards in the series, Series 2, we have a pretty good chance of getting the complete set of Series 2 cards, and that's the hope anyway. There's no gum in these packs, so we don't have to worry about gum stains. And the packs are foil, as we will soon find out, so we don't have to worry about wax stains, like a lot of people did back in '92. What we do have to worry about with this is, because of the high gloss and the relatively, I guess, thin cardstock, these cards are notorious for sticking together in what many people refer to as bricking, where the cards just stick together like a big old brick. Let's hope not, but we'll find out soon. And here's the box. As we see here, we have two subsets, 300 card set. We have an Ultra All-Stars. This subset is 20 cards and supposedly made up of the best player at each position from both the National and American League. For example, I think the first basemen are Mark McGwire from the A's in the American League and Will Clark from the Giants in the National League, and right down the line at each position. And as we see on the back of the pack here, the odds are that we will receive one of these All-Star cards at a rate of 1 in every 6 packs. And with 36 packs in the box, we should receive, anyway, at least 6 All-Star cards. And then the second subset is the All-Rookie team. And that subset is made up of about 10 cards, supposedly the best rookies of the 1992 class. If you remember, the 1992 class was a pretty bad year for rookies, especially in trading cards. So we're not going to see any all-time greats, that's for certain. But, you know, we might pull an Eric Karros or Kenny Lofton, maybe, who I think were both in that 10-card all-star subset, or maybe all-rookie subset. Those are inserted at 1 every 12 packs. Therefore, we should see about 3 of those rookie cards as we open the 36 packs in this box. There's the pack. Again, it's a foil, nice pack. And as we see here, the cards are going to be really nice cards, especially for that era. Get it open. Hopefully they're not bricked. And they seem pretty good, This full bleed photography was a new concept. This Dickie Schofield card, as you can see. For years and years and years, cards had a border, white border, gray border. 1971 Topps had the classic black border. And this is the second year of production for Fleer Ultra. In the prior year, 1991, well, before we look through this pack, let's look back at 91. And Topps Stadium Club debuted in 1991, the year before this, and really concentrated on high-end, high-resolution photography, and was one of the very first issues to use this full bleed, no border photography. And I think, now correct me if I'm wrong, but I think Stadium Club actually featured a Kodak emblem on its boxes or maybe on its packs, as if to say to collectors, hey, check this out. You've never seen anything like this before. We are really, really focusing on high-end photography rather than just trying to push these to market and get them out as quickly as we can. And then in Score, in its 91 set, issued a Dream Team subset, and it used full bleed photography, as seen here in this Ken Griffey Jr. card. And then that same year, 1991, Fleer Ultra had its first ever issue, and it almost went full bleed. Almost. Didn't quite make it there. It's got this gray border on top and a gray border with the name at the bottom. Although it did have 3 color pictures on the back, and they continued that in the 1992. They had 2 photos on the back of the 1992 version. But they went full bleed in 92, bowed down to the pressure, and noticed how well Top Stadium Club did in 91, because if you guys remember, 91 Stadium Club was hot, hot, hot. Everybody wanted the Stadium Club cards. Such, photography was unmatched at that time. Back to 92 here. That's Dickie Schofield. Again, the backs to usually an action photo and then a headshot. And as we look at the rest of the back, I think, in my opinion, there's 2 negatives there. Besides being way overproduced, obviously that's the first negative. But, the backs weren't great. There's only 1 year of statistics, along with the line of lifetime stats. I much prefer to see, every season's statistics. And the biographical information is so tiny, it's barely legible. It's so small. You really need your magnifying glass almost to read that. So those are 2 negatives, but all in all, a very nice looking set. Great for TTM, and I know a lot of guys are trying to build sets with the TTM. But so here we are. Just go through these one by one. If we get anything good, there's Chad Curtis, a rookie. He was a hot rookie at that time. Of course, he's gotten into some issues himself, but that was a hot rookie back then. This is a bad year for rookies. Ken Patterson, Mike Gallego, Bobby Bowe with the Mets, still with the Mets, even to this day. Every July, he gets a check. Ooh, talk about some issues. This is a bad pack here. Bip Roberts, Cecil Espy, and Joey Cora, the third base coach for the Pittsburgh Pirates. Pack number 2. Yeah, except for Bowman in 92, they hit a home run with their rookie class. They had Mariano Rivera, Mike Piazza, and Trevor Hoffman were the 3 big rookies who have since, future Hall of Famers. But none of the other manufacturers got in on any of those 3. The best rookie in 1992 update sets, there's Eric Karros, rookie. He's a good rookie. Kim Batiste, rookie. Best rookie in the 92 update sets was probably Nomar Garciaparra, Jason Giambi, maybe Jason Varitek. I remember in 92 Topps traded. 2 guys who weren't quite good enough for the Hall of Fame, plus they were both mixed up in the PED. Oh, there we go. There's an all-star Tom Glavine. So they considered him the best left-handed pitcher in the National League. That's why he's pictured on that subset. There's Greg Jeffries with the Royals, Gary Pettis. Garciaparra and Giambi were 2 guys, good careers, not quite good enough for the Hall of Fame, and both mixed up in the steroid scandal. So, but Fleer update, they got Piazza in their Fleer update, 92. But Mariano Rivera and Trevor Hoffman did not get mixed in there. So, this series 2 in Fleer Ultra, there are a lot of rookies, but a lot of them were just speculative first-year players, like Rico Rossi, for example. Baseball's a different animal. There are a lot of rookies who, as we see even today, they're speculative, and they end up being misses because not every prospect makes it in baseball. That's for sure. It's a difficult sport. A very large percentage of players never make it. There's one right there, Jarvis Brown. Who is Jarvis Brown? No disrespect to him, but hey, didn't make it. Scott Brocious, he had a decent career. But most of these rookie prospects we see in Series 2 will be like that. Guys who just didn't, for whatever reason, just didn't make it. We do have several Hall of Famers to look for. Yep, several Hall of Famers are playing during this era, and I'm so glad they're not bricked. Wade Boggs was in this set. Dennis Eckersley. There's Tommy Prince, Pirates bench coach. Dan Pasqua, Marvin Freeman, Brian Williams, Steve Wilson, Andy Ashby, rookie, never made it. Mike Perez, rookie. It looks like we're getting about 2 rookies per set. That'd be per pack. Other Hall of Famers, Jack Morris is in Series 2. Andre Dawson, Gary Carter, Eddie Murray, Dave Winfield. Here's Gary Carter. Speak of the devil right there. Hall of Famer Gary Carter. And here's another All-Star. We expect to get 6. Darryl Strawberry, the best right fielder in the National League in 1992. That's what that tells me. Keith Miller, Randy Myers, Jim McNamara, rookie. Never heard of him. Scott Cooper. Lenny Webster. Jose Mesa. Moore. Dickie Marathon. Rich Amaral. Wood Nunez and Mark Wohlers. So we have 2 All-Stars so far. Expecting to get 6. 1 Hall of Famer. Pat Listash, rookie. He was a hot rookie back then. There's a checklist. There should be 298 player cards and 2 checklists, I believe. Alex Cole with his goggles. Vaughn Hayes, Purple Haze. Darrell Hamilton, Kevin Ritz, Hector Villanueva, Melito Perez, Junior Noboa, Ken Hill, Freddie Benavides, and again, Tom Prince. I don't even know what the highest value card is in this set. There was some, in Series 1, I think, you got Messina, you have an early Frank Thomas. There he is, Deion Sanders. We do have 1 Hall of Famer. Forgot to mention him. He's NFL Hall of Famer Deion Sanders. Deion, of course, 1992, was playing both professional football and professional baseball. He was staying at home in Georgia playing for the Atlanta Falcons. And, when training, he would report for minicamp in August. And then he had permission to return to the Braves for the postseason. In 1991, look at that, double Gary Sheffield. In 1991, he reported to training camp in August, and according to his contract with the NFL, Craig Colbert, never heard of him. Peter Hoy, never heard of him. Jeff Tackett, never heard of him. He had to stay with the Falcons. He couldn't come back for the postseason in 91 for the Braves. In 92, he had his contract rewritten, and he did return. And he had an incredible World Series in 92. Yeah, I think he hit over 500 that year, even though the Braves ended up losing to the Blue Jays in 92. But he became a two-way starter in the NFL, wide receiver, and obviously one of the greatest cover cornerbacks in the history of the game. But there's the All-Star Gary Sheffield at third base for the National League. And Sheffield's regular card, of course, he was a rookie in 89. 89 Fleer. This is 92, so that's his 3rd or 4th year. Next pack. And if this goes too long, we'll just continue on with part 2 and finish the rest of the box. There's a Hall of Famer, Wade Boggs. John Smiley, Ben McDonald, he was hot back then. Cordy Lansford, good player. Kevin Brown, Clay Parker, Steve Farr, Dave Island. There's a Hall of Famer, Dave Winfield. The Candyman Can, Dave Otto. Scott Lewis, rookie. Chris Bosio. So we're expecting probably 3 more All-Stars and maybe 3 more rookies. We haven't had any rookies yet. 3 more all-rookie team members. Casey Kendall, Carlos Hernandez. I'm going to go a little bit quicker through these. Bob Scanlon, Curtis Wilkerson, Jeremy Hernandez, Ted Wood, Frank Viola, Gary Wayne, Rick Sutcliffe, Henry Mercedes, rookie, Jose Guzman, and Paul Sorrento. I don't think the packs will feel any thicker. Those All-Star cards are pretty much the same size, same thickness as a regular issue card. Again, there's only 300 cards in Series 2, so we should get really, really close to a full set if we don't continue it all together. John Franco, David Wainhouse, Tim Belcher, Stan Belinda, Roberto Hernandez, rookie. Deion Sanders, again, Hall of Famer. Tom Cotton Candiotti, Mariano Duncan, that's a repeat. Who knows if Gary Sheffield will make the Hall of Fame? There's Bobby Bonilla again. We're seeing some repeats. Wetland again, Bip Roberts again, Espy again, Cora again. There's a new one. Same. Some of these collation is just the same pack after pack. There's a potential Hall of Famer in Curt Schilling. Some of the that's another thing I wanted to talk about is that some of the players actually have two cards. They have a card in Series 1, and if there's a trade or free agency occurred or something like that, they would have a card with a second team in Series 2, and Curt Schilling is one of those. Card number 548 with the Phillies, but as you see there, that 1991 stats with the Astros in Series 1, I think card 208, he's with the Astros. This is card 548 with the Phillies. So that's interesting. And I think Schilling will probably make it to the Hall of Fame. If you look at his statistics, just to finish this pack out, Craig Lefferts and Dave Rigetti. If you look at Curt Schilling's statistics, he pitched for 20 years. He's got 216 wins. He won almost 60% of his games. But the big thing is he's got 3,100 strikeouts. And he struck out 300 batters 3 times, 3 different seasons. Led the league twice. But if you look, there's Will Clark, that first baseman. We're getting all National League players thus far. First base, third base, right field, left-handed pitcher. But back to Schilling. If you look at his statistics, every pitcher with 3,000 or more strikeouts is in the Hall of Fame. There's Willie Banks, a little story about him too. David Segui will sign TTM. Of course, Roger Clemens is not in the Hall of Fame, and he was mixed up in the PED and steroid scandal. He had over 4,000 strikeouts. He's not in the Hall of Fame. The only other pitchers with 3,000 strikeouts not in the Hall of Fame, besides Clemens, are Curt Schilling, who I think will be in, CC Sabathia, who just will retire after this season. I think he'll get in once his 5 years waiting period is up. There's a rookie, Reggie Sanders. He was a hot rookie back then. Roger Mason. Steve Sachs. There's another one with 2 cards in this set. White Sox in Series 2 and the Yankees, I believe, in Series 1. CC Sabathia. And that's it. And Justin Verlander, I think, is about 30 strikeouts away from joining the 3,000 club. Remember, there's Barry Bonds, All-Star. All these National League All-Stars we're getting. That's 5 so far. We only expected, 6? Yeah, and I think Verlander will get in once his time period is up. So you're looking at Schilling and Clemens, and that's it. And I don't know. I think Clemens will eventually get in. I think they're making him wait to serve like a punishment or a penance for his sins, so to speak. But, look at Schilling continuing on with his lifetime statistic. Let's talk about another potential Hall of Famer right there. We'll get to him. But, he was an incredible postseason pitcher. And that's where careers are won or lost in the postseason. He was 11-2, I think, in postseason. And who could forget the Bloody Sock game in 2004 when he helped lead the Red Sox to their first World Series championship in 90. There's another, Larry Walker, another potential Hall of Famer. But Schilling was the MVP in 2001. He won 3 rings. One with the Diamondbacks in 2001 when he was the MVP of that World Series. and then Bloody Sock in 2004, and then again in 2007. So he's won 3 World Series rings, 3,000 strikeouts, 216 wins. I think he's going to get in. It's just a matter of time. Sean Bosky, Greg Cadaret, Dave Gallagher, Brett Barbary, Scott Bankhead, Varsho, Alex Fernandez, Charlie Leibrandt. He looks like a guy I go to church with. Jeff Juden, Eric Karras again, another good rookie. Kim Batiste, Rich Gedman, Brian Downing, and All-Star Tom Pagnozzi. Wow. From the Cardinals. He was the catcher from the National League, the best catcher in the National League. Okay. Gotcha. Tom Pagnozzi. But Larry Walker, that's a cool card. Larry Walker, I think, will make the Hall of Fame as well. He played for the Expos, played for Colorado, and a lot of people say, well, he built those stats in Colorado, but if you look at his statistics, he hit 320 in his final year in Montreal before he became a free agent in '94, signing with Colorado for like $4 million a year or something like that. So I don't blame him. There's Ruben Amaro's rookie year. Ruben Amaro Jr. from the Goldbergs television series. Went to school with Adam Goldberg in the Philadelphia area. There's another Gary Carter. Hey, there's one. Barry Larkin, all-star shortstop for the National League. We have almost the entire National League infield here. That's 7 cards already. We only expected 6. Keith Miller, Randy Myers again, Jim McNamara again, Scott Cooper, Lenny Webster, Jose Mesa. That was a repeat pack. But Larry Walker won 3 batting titles, 5-time All-Star, 7-time Gold Glove. And his candidate votes, Hall of Fame votes, are increasing. Last year he received 55% of the vote. I don't think he was ever mixed up in the PED or steroid scandals, although he played during that era. I think he's considered mostly clean by all accounts. So I think he's going to make it. 3 batting titles is hard to keep out, especially with his other statistics. So I believe he's going to make it, and you can get his rookie cards for the cheap. So go stock up with Larry Walker cards. Omar Vizquel's another one. We saw his card earlier. I think he's going to make the Hall of Fame. He played 24 years. He's got 2,877 hits, 450 doubles lifetime. An incredible defensive player. I think he won 10 or 11 Gold Gloves. But he got 42% of the vote last year. And, obviously with Jeter going in next year on the ballot, it's going to be difficult because Jeter's going to hog a lot of votes, and deservedly so. But Vizquel will eventually get in. He's too good to keep out. Too good of a player. Got to hustle through these. There's Kenny Lofton, not rookie, although he's on this all-rookie team. Sammy Sosa. Sammy Sosa is another potential Hall of Famer. I don't know if he'll make it or not. 609 lifetime home runs, which, 20 years ago, if someone would have said he has 609 home runs and he's hit 60 home runs for three different years, you'd say, oh my gosh, he's clearly in. But, the steroid era changed everything, really. He had 3 seasons of 60 or more home runs. Hit 30-30 club twice. And who knows? There's Schilling again. Who knows if Sammy Sosa is going to make it? I don't know. He might. Of course, this is not his rookie year. 1990 was his rookie year. 90 Fleer, 90 Tops. Rod Beck, this is a new pack. There's a little sticky together. Junior Felix. These are starting to stick here down at the bottom of the box just a little bit more than what the top of the box was for some reason. Maybe they got all the pressure of the weight of the cards on top of them. But for the most part, I'm very happy. These cards are not breaking nearly as much as I've seen other 92 Fleer Ultra cards do, thankfully. There's Eckersley, Hall of Famer. Sticking. Donald Harris, who are you? Dick Schofield again. Juan Guzman again. Chad Curtis again. Get off of my screen, Chad Curtis. And we're about 25 minutes, so I'm going to be wrapping this up, and I'll finish some other time. Didn't get any rookies yet, have we? That all-rookie team subset. Greg Gagne, he'll sign TTM. Very good signer, one of the best. Randy Reddy. You cannot get a Fairfield box or Fairfield cube without getting a Randy Reddy card. Randy Reddy and Randy Kramer. There's Armo Vizquel again. Vizquel's, he was another 89 guy, 89 Fleer update, 89 tops traded rookie card. This is early in his career. He played 24 years, as I said. So we'll just end it here, guys. Thanks for watching. We're past the 25-minute mark, and we'll finish this in another video. Appreciate you guys watching. I hate to bore you to death. I hope I didn't do that. We'll get to Willie Banks on down the road and tell a story about Willie. But thanks for watching, guys. I really appreciate it. Wrap up here with some All-Star cards. Tom Pagnozzi, why are you the All-Star? I don't know. Barry Larkin at short. Barry Bonds in left. Will Clark at first. Sheffield at third. Glavine left-handed pitcher. Strawberry in right. We don't have any American League All-Star players. That's really odd. And then Hall of Famers Eckersley, Kenny Lofton Young card, Hall of Famer Gary Carter, future Hall of Famer Larry Walker, Caros rookie Sheffield, Ruben Amaro, Kurt Schilling, Deion Sanders, NFL Hall of Famer, Dave Winfield, Wade Boggs, Gary Carter. Guys, thanks for watching. We'll be back soon with another video. Thank you so much, and we'll see you soon.